Let's get off topic.
His name is Ralph.
My name's Shelby, and performance is my business.
How many assholes we got on this ship anyhow?
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
You like it? It's very generous.
Everything that guy just says is bullshit. Thank you.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh, shit. Here we go again.
It's four-leaf clover. Make a wish.
Wish you weren't so fucking awkward, bud.
All right, welcome everybody to episode 4 of the Let's Get Off Topic Quarantine Edition podcast. As always, I'm here with Shelby.
We might have a few quarantine editions. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it's pretty freaking crazy out there. We're both at our own houses. I'm taking this thing seriously right now, man. How about you?
Yeah, at the moment, trying to do whatever we can to just stay inside for the most part. You know, I mean, it's weird. You know, like the people that you see getting sick and all that shit going on, but at the same time, it's a lot of older people. We tend to be kind of young, but you also got young kids in the house and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you got to be careful with everything, especially with how quickly this shit's spreading.
Well, every day I'm checking, constantly looking at what the people are doing, who is susceptible. And they originally said elderly was the main and underlying illness were the main ones, but they're seeing people that are like 40 die, 37. Yeah. People that didn't know they were sick, who, they have cancer or whatever, they didn't even know, or dropping like flies. Italy just had 600 and something people die overnight.
Italy's up to like almost 50,000 cases, right?
Yeah.
Not deaths, but 50,000 people who are sick.
A lot of Italy, like their culture, they live with a lot of older people. So a lot of the older people are unfortunately passing away due to this. Yeah, I know somebody who had 3 people in their family pass away that live in Italy.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
I saw a video online the other day. Somebody walked around like an Italian hospital, and it was just people hooked up like freaking Bubble Boy, dude. They were just had these giant breathing apparatuses around them.
Oh, I saw that.
It was nuts.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty fucking scary, dude. Like, I've stocked up on a lot of food, water, and whatnot, and I've only gone out to the store, I think,
a couple of times.
Once after the quarantine started, just to re-up on, perishables that don't really last.
We've been going like every day. We buy a little something. Well, you know what it is. You just figure out. You never really prepare for something like this, so that by the time it comes, it'll be like, oh shit, like we go through this pretty quickly. Let me grab a ridiculous amount of this,
Yeah, well, I mean, our snack closet is just overflowing with food, and so is another part of the house. We have a bunch of other stuff that'll last, but the freezer's full of frozen meat. We're just trying to ride this thing out as best as possible. I don't want to get sick. I don't want my wife to get sick. My stepson, my mother-in-law's here with us too. She's over the age of 60.
Yeah, I know. I told my grandma to stop going to work.
Oh, yeah. I called my grandmother, too. I'm like, stay the fuck home. Do not go outside. Because she's old, and she's not sick, but, she's had a few surgeries and whatnot. So who knows,
Yeah, you have no clue.
Immune systems are weak and whatnot. Well, with quarantine being the main issue here, I just watched the movie Contagion the other day. Have you ever seen Contagion?
I think so. It's an older movie. I saw it pop up on Netflix.
Yeah, it's like the #1 movie in the US right now, or the world, because it's pretty like accurately what is happening, except in more of like a movie fashion, a little bit more severe, faster paced, faster moving, and crazy deaths. But it's basically what's happening. It's spreading, like how this disease is spreading from touch, contact, It's fucking scary.
I think what makes this one different than like when you look at like the past ones that we've had, like SARS and E. coli and Ebola and everything, like this one is in the air, man. That's what makes it crazier. That's why it's spreading like wildfire, is that it's everything. It's not just touch or eating something bad or getting like it's, you could breathe on somebody, they got this shit.
Yeah, so
and that's
apparently
what's scary about it.
They're saying if it has to come in through your nose, your mouth, or your eyes is the only way you can get it.
Okay.
That's what
Well,
they're
that's why
saying
they're
right now.
telling people not to touch their face and stuff like that. But
Yeah, I mean, I'm washing my hands constantly every 5 seconds. Every time I touch something, I'm disinfecting. My handles and knobs that are everywhere. Bathroom constantly being disinfected. It's weird. Like you're like, wow, I didn't realize how little we disinfected till you start disinfecting every 5 seconds.
oh yeah, I know. It was funny. I went to the supermarket today, and it was the first time I had to wait online to get inside. They were only allowing a certain amount of people inside the store at a time. Yeah, and so they were allowing a certain amount of people inside the store. They were stocked up on everything, obviously, except for toilet paper. But they were stocked up on everything else. The toilet paper thing is crazy to me. I just don't get it.
Well,
people are stocking up on it.
If the world does come to an end and you have to fight for survival, I'd rather wipe my ass with toilet paper than wipe my ass with a leaf. I'll tell you that right now.
It's true. It's true.
But I seen a meme yesterday, I think it was, and it was like 2040 it was, and it was like me in 20 it's like, so in 2019 or whatever, they shot a gorilla, and then it's like the kids. It's like, but where does that lead to the toilet paper shortage of 2020? And it's like, we'll get there when we get there. And it's a picture of Mr. Incredible when he's driving the car with his kids, and they're all complaining in the back. But it's fucking. I feel bad for the elderly people that can't get to the store until they can get to the store because of what's going on with the buses and whatnot. And then they get there and there's nothing for them.
There's nothing for them. Yeah, it's horrible. And they're for the most part the people that need shit like that the most, And I think I heard what they were doing, or at some point they might get to a degree where it's time slotted by age. Like elderly people can go in at a certain time, followed by other people.
I know Stop and Shop had instituted that already in some locations
out
here. Yeah, they from 6:30 to 7:30 or 6 to 7:30 in the morning is over 60 only.
Okay.
You could get first crack at everything that they restocked with overnight, and you don't have to worry about fighting with people for it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's definitely humane. I feel like that's the right thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, and you see, like in times like this where it's not just it's affecting everybody. Anybody can get sick. It's not like it's just affecting one group of people or age group of people, and so it's good to see people kind of come together, and hopefully not too many assholes come out of the woodworks, like those people who hoarded on shit and tried selling shit out of their garage. You see that?
There's two guys, they drove around their whole state and collected all the hand sanitizer they could, and they were selling it on Amazon for $70 a bottle.
Yeah, well, they got caught, and now they were forced to donate it all.
Yeah, otherwise they would
to
face
hospitals or
charges.
something like that. Bunch of idiots.
I mean, listen, that's capitalism. They saw a demand and they wanted to have the only supply, which I understand.
Yep.
But it's kind of fucked up if you think about really what they did.
I know, it's crazy.
Business, man.
Does Purell have stocks?
I know, right? Right now, buy Purell, buy Scott's toilet paper, any paper goods. Yeah. Stocks are probably through the roof right now. I haven't really checked the stock market.
Disinfectant wipe shit.
Lysol.
Oh man.
What have you been doing to really pass the time?
I mean, well, let's say at time of recording right now, we're about a week. We're on Long Island, so we're about a week into full lockdown. You and I both work at a school or the same school district, and they stopped letting kids in a week ago.
Yeah.
And so for the past week, it's kind of been like weird because I'm also taking classes. So like all my classes kind of got shut down so the teachers could figure out what the hell they're doing. And those started back up this week on like Wednesday, I want to say like midweek. And so the online teaching stuff is weird, but otherwise to pass the time and stuff, just been trying to do work, like get caught up on everything. When the teachers put out their syllabuses and stuff, I'm just like, all right, dope. I can get this, and this done, be done for the next 4 weeks, and just kind of lay back. So that's what I've been trying to do this past week.
Yeah,
which is nice. What about you?
So my wife hasn't watched Harry Potter, so we are on the Half Blood. We're on Half Blood Prince tonight. That is
There you
the
go. That's
next movie
6. What
in
is
the
that?
lineup. That is yes, that is 6, right after Order of the Phoenix. Yeah. So yeah,
Right,
we're on that movie tonight. We've been watching that. We've also been watching TV shows. Manifest, we've caught up on. We're waiting for new episodes.
Nice.
Playing video games with my stepson, going outside, and they've been taking walks around the neighborhood, staying away from people. But we're playing basketball in the driveway or fetch with my dog. But really,
yeah, same. I've been walking the dog too. It's been beautiful out since it's been in quarantine.
just stay away from everybody at least.
Yeah.
Everybody's like 6 feet away. I'm like, motherfucker, stay 20 feet away from me. I don't want to be by nobody.
I know. I feel, because with coaching track, my kids are freaking out right now. I get messages from them every day like, hey, I'm trying to run this. I went to the track. I got kicked out by security.
Yeah, dude, stay home, kid. I don't
It's
want you to get
crazy.
sick. Tell them, do it in your yard.
Yeah, I know. I told them, I was like, go to Locust Fields or something like that. Like go do something. If you can. Otherwise, just stay at home. Fucking, this is your excuse to play video games all day.
Yeah, what video games you been playing?
Well, I just played for the first time Gears 1. And I just beat it the other day. Oh, it doesn't take long to beat. I think it's like an 8-hour game or something like that. But that's kind of apocalyptic if you think about it.
Yeah, it really is.
It's no sickness. It's a horde of locusts in a non-biblical way, but it was good. I liked it. I played the Ultimate Edition of the Gears 1, so it looked good. It was fluid, played nice.
That's what the difference is. The Ultimate, it's just like better rendering of color and better graphics and shit like that.
Well, it's a complete like it's not remade, but it's like it feels a lot better than just an HD port. Like it doesn't feel like a remaster. It feels like a
little overhaul type of thing.
Yeah, it feels like in between a remade game because it's the same game.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not different or anything, but it looks great and played great. And obviously, like going back on it way in the. When did that game come out? I mean, 2006. 2005
Probably.
Maybe. So like obviously down 15, 14, 13 years down the line now. It was revolutionary at the time. I definitely know that. I remember Uncharted taking that duck and cover system from them and saying like that was huge. The first Uncharted came out later than they were anticipating because they wanted to implement that into their game. So that was revolutionary at the time. And it's a super cool game. It was funny. They're all on Game Pass right now for Xbox. So I played the Ultimate Edition, and then as soon as I finished it, I deleted it and downloaded the other fucking 5 games. So they have everything on there. Gears 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then there was one in between there. I think there was one after 3. Was it Salvation?
Yeah, that's the Gears of War Salvation. I believe they came after 3, and I recommend not playing it. How did you? I don't want to, I know you talk about it on your other podcast, but I want to just. I love the active reload. How you can, if you hit the reload in the right spot, your bullets do more damage. That was so awesome. But playing online in multiplayer, that was such bullshit because people would fuck you up. They would just active reload constantly and then just melt you.
Yeah, no, I actually didn't figure out how to do that until like halfway through the game. I guess I was sleeping through the tutorial, but I was like, "There's got to be a way to reload." It was because it was one of the R buttons. It was like R1 or something. Yeah, RB. Instead of like I'm used to like a X or X on the Xbox. Like something like that. So I was used to that, and I was like, I can't figure out how to do this. I was like, oh well. So I would just stay ducked and covered until I would reload, and then I was like, no, this is bullshit. I was like, there's got to be a way to do this. So I wound up figuring it out. And then you start getting like, I was like started to get achievements and shit like that, and I was like, all right, this is perfect.
Oh, yeah, that was.
But I like it. You hit it on the right mark, and it goes into like berserker bullet mode.
Yeah, there's like if you there's a big square and a smaller line in that square. If you hit it in the big square, you'll reload normally. If you hit it in that line, you'll reload with bullets with extra damage. And if you miss that square completely, your gun jams, and you have to. And he goes like "fuck," and he gotta he punches the gun or whatever and jerks it to get it to fucking go into the chamber. It's awesome.
That's exactly what happened. Oh, Gears of War Judgment. That's the one I downloaded.
Judgment. Why do I keep calling it Salvation?
Are you thinking of Terminator?
Probably.
Yeah, Gears of War Judgment. I think it's got Baird on the cover.
Yeah.
Does it play the same? Is it like a totally different game?
I didn't even play it because I heard terrible things about it, and then everybody I know who loved Gears got it and was like, "This game is garbage."
Yeah. Well, I guess that's why they didn't give it a number.
Yeah.
Then they just made the next one 4.
Yeah, I didn't like 4.
Nah.
No. Gameplay was good. Story was non-existent.
Was it the first one on like Xbox One?
Yes.
Right, the original trilogy was all on 360, I think.
Yes, and then they made that game. I liked the controls. I liked the way it looked. I liked the way it played. Just did not like the story. 5 was really good. I liked everything about 5. So just bear with 4, I guess, if you want to play it. Or
I think that's what I'm gonna do in the meantime with school, work, and shit. Is just play some Gears games. I mean, I got so many games on the backlog that I need to play, but
you should play Metroid. Honestly, with the free time you have.
I was gonna play a Gears game and then in between each one, try and play something else. Yeah. So I got to break out the GameCube or something. I
just got Doom. Came out the other day.
Right. Doom Eternal.
It's so
I'm assuming
good.
It's awesome.
It's incredible. It knows exactly what it is and makes fun of itself, but it's fucking great.
That's awesome. I know Doom.
What?
Doom 2016, the first remake that they made. That's on Xbox Game Pass too, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, dude, play that. That's a good game too. I never finished it because I got busy with other things, but that's a good game.
Yeah.
This one is just. I'm playing it on the PC, and I love everything about it. I haven't played the 2v1 game mode yet, where one person plays as the Slayer, and then 2 people play as demons, and they have to try to kill them in an arena. It looks really cool, but I want to just plow through the story. I think I'm about halfway through it.
Oh, nice.
You can get customized skins for your weapons and your character, and if you're part of Twitch Prime, you can get this unicorn set. So I'm dressed like in my Slayer outfit, but I'm all white with pink, and my blade is a unicorn horn that's golden and it sparkles. It's so funny.
That's absurd.
Slaying zombies, looking like a little princess. It's just it's the greatest.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's so fluid and so well done. Bethesda did a really good job with this game, and I'm so happy they took their time and pushed it back and polished it.
Good. Yeah, I'm not opposed to any games getting put. I mean, look at 2020 in general with the amount of games and shit. Now movies with this whole coronavirus too. Everything's getting pushed back, and it's not a bad thing sometimes.
Fast and the Furious got pushed back over a year. It was supposed to come out next month.
Dude, there's a big. Oh yeah, that's a fucking big change. Well, a lot of the movies you see, like some of the movies are coming out on video on demand so that they can actually make money somehow.
Yeah, Disney just released that movie Onward on demand for I think it's $20.
Yeah.
And it's on demand, and then it'll come to Disney Plus in 2 months or something like that.
Yeah, I think that Sonic Frozen 2 went to Disney Plus.
Sonic went?
Sonic's coming to video on demand, yeah.
Wow.
And I saw a couple others that were going to VOD. But yeah, it's nuts. It's either that or if they're in production, they're getting pushed back. But if the movie was if it's already done, they're just putting it on demand.
That's an awesome thing. I know Disney Plus released Frozen 2 on Disney Plus for free. It's just on Disney Plus now.
Yeah.
And that just, I don't know if they're doing it because all the people that got infected in their park because they stayed open and stuff like that. But that goes a long way. When people are stuck in quarantine and you have nothing new to do, you're just stuck with the same old routine. Adding a new movie helps out a lot, especially for kids too.
Well, that's the thing. How many kids are stuck at home right now? And it's just it's the perfect way for parents to be all right, here, watch this 4 times on repeat and you put Frozen 2 out there, one that kids love, it gives them time to concentrate.
Yeah.
Definitely the ideal way of doing it.
I haven't seen either Frozen or Frozen 2 yet, but I imagine if this quarantine keeps up, I might end up having to watch it.
Yeah, I haven't seen either of them either. But that it's a perfect thing that what they're doing with the movies, just releasing them when you can. Everything else getting pushed back is like it's going big time now. You know, like they canceled collegiate sports. You know, like everything is canceled.
Pro sports, college sports, all high school programs shut down. Done.
At the moment, the athletes for track and field athletes are kind of, they're not petitioning, but they're kind of making like a new hashtag. Like the Olympics were supposed to go off this summer. They might have to do them next summer. You know, that'll be the first time in history where it wasn't on a 4-year cycle. Which is nuts. You know, like Tokyo 2020 was a big thing. Now they're like doing the hashtag Tokyo 2021. And to do that, it's crazy.
They got to stop the spread of this shit before, because the problem is they don't have a vaccine. Supposedly, the drug that cures malaria or fights malaria, it can be used to help fight this virus, but
not cure it.
Yeah, it's not a cure. So it's like kind of like taking Tamiflu. Like you got the flu, you take Tamiflu instead of having 7 days of the flu, you have it for 3, whatever it is. Like, but they need to come out with a vaccine, and until they have a vaccine, the only way to combat this is social distancing. Just stay in your house. Don't go out unless it's absolutely imperative that you go out. Don't touch nothing. Don't breathe on nobody. You know what I mean? It's just be cautious and just stay away. Anything that requires physical contact right now, such as sports or work. I mean, some jobs, you're working on top of each other. You really can't be sit in a cubicle coughing. Who knows where you've been.
Yeah. And the amount of people basically all the borders are closed as far as travel right now. Can't go anywhere, can't get in, can't go out.
Can't fly anywhere.
Nope. It's nuts. Flights are cheap as shit, though.
Yeah.
I know.
You want to go to Hawaii right now I saw it before we got put on quarantine. There was advertisements, Hawaiian Airlines or whatever airline it was selling tickets round trip for $196. A flight to Hawaii is like $2,000. So
yeah, that's insane.
Ridiculous.
That's insane. I fucking wish.
I said to my wife, I'm like, you want to die in Hawaii? Let's go.
I mean, if you're gonna get this fucking sickness, let's at least get it on a beach somewhere.
That's exactly what I said. I'm like, I'll die on a beach, happy. I don't give a fuck. But no, she was like, are you fucking kidding me?
I know that's crazy. The population in New York alone is just a big reason why people, and especially New Yorkers, like you got our governor telling everybody to stay home, which is like he's trying to do the right thing in his mind, Meanwhile, New Yorkers are like, fuck you, I need to go to work, like I'm working, I'm not getting paid and shit like that.
Dude, people are in Florida right now on spring break in the hanging out like it's normal. Like I saw videos online of kids getting interviewed. They're like, what are you doing here? It's spring break, man. If I get corona, I get corona.
I saw that.
I don't care. I'm gonna live my life. I'm not gonna let it stop me from having spring break. I'm like, you're so narrow-minded that you can't sacrifice one spring break to help the population of people not get sick. You have to go and party. They all looked so fucked up and sick.
Dude, 5th-year senior, he's got to get it in.
Oh God,
that's nuts.
It's just the problem. They say that the younger generation is supposed to be the smarter generation and the one we should listen to. All right, there's a pandemic. Yo, I'm going to Florida for spring break, bro. Nothing's stopping me. It's like, what?
Well, all right. Well, there's also idiots in the younger generation.
Yeah, no, I know.
There's idiots and geniuses in every generation. It cracks me up.
Yeah, it's like were we that stupid when we were younger? I know we did some dumb shit, but
yeah, but it's. I mean, we didn't have a fucking global pandemic going on.
Well, I mean, we did have swine flu at the time when we were in school.
Yeah, I mean, swine flu was fucking people up back then too.
We had staph infection, swine flu, all that shit. I mean, nothing on this scale. I mean, swine flu was
distant.
Yeah, swine. Yeah, exactly. SARS, all that shit felt like it was happening, but it wasn't happening to us. This legit feels like it's happening to everybody.
Yeah, once it hit our borders, it was just like, fuck, like figure out what the hell is going on here first.
It was
And
weird.
Nobody was ready for this, and that's the biggest thing. Like if we were able to just go into a lockdown when we knew it was overseas, and like just figure it out and be like close borders down at that point, we'd be fine. But you can't really do that,
We tried to do that, but
Yeah.
this America of I don't want to hurt your feelings. Can you please go into quarantine instead of you need to go into quarantine or not travel type situation? It got here because of being too passive with it.
Yeah.
We saw an issue and nobody was
We didn't
allowed
do anything
to
about
act.
it.
Exactly. So
Yeah. Totally sucks. But yeah,
at
it's
least
so funny how like Contagion and shit is like so popular on Netflix right now because of this shit.
dude, it's weird because it's exactly like I'm watching this and I'm like, holy shit, this is what's happening. And then it gets worse in the movie as it goes on. It's long periods of quarantine. They're like 144 days, or like it goes through Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Like it goes through all this time, and people are just dying, dropping like flies. You see what it's doing to the world. People are in quarantine zones. There's no food. You have to go get rations from like the back of an army truck, and if they run out, they run out. You don't get food that day. The grocery stores are being looted. Matt Damon's in it, and he goes to the grocery store to go get food.
Yeah.
And they're literally looting everything. People are sick and they're coughing all over everything. He's like, I can't even eat any of this stuff, so he just leaves.
Jesus. Yeah, I remember seeing that movie. I just don't remember everything about it.
How scary is it when you go to the supermarket and entire aisles are empty?
It's fucking weird, man. Dude, there was like a fight over ground beef today at Best Market. It was nuts.
No way.
Yeah, dude, I swear. It was like because the guy was in the middle of cutting it, and people were waiting for it, and he came out with like 6 packages of it, and they were just like rounding it up. It was nuts. But then you see like all these other people, like some people are going nuts, other people are donating everything they can. So it's good. You get your good and your bad. There's always pros and cons to these situations.
When I was in the supermarket the other day, the meat section, all the chicken was gone except for like 2 pieces of chicken, but it wasn't even like chicken breast or cutlets. It was like some other piece of chicken that probably nobody really wants because it's probably dark meat or whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't want it. And then there was no beef, no turkey, ground beef, no, whatever. And then there was just pork. The whole pork section was pretty much there. But other than that, like,
these people like fuck swine flu.
Yeah, they're like you couldn't get anything else. They had a lot of milk, which was I didn't think that they were going to have a lot of milk. But when I went over there, the whole milk section was full. But like you said, toilet paper's gone, tissues were gone, paper towels gone, hand sanitizer gone. It's just weird, man. And then you go in there and you're used to seeing like 200 people in a supermarket. There was like 30 people in there.
I know. It's like barren. It's really weird.
All the fresh fruit was gone pretty much.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. My mom went food shopping. She's like, I couldn't find fresh fruit anywhere. So I was like, all right, I'll go to the store for you and find freaking fruit. I went to like a meat farms and luckily they had everything. And but she went to like I think she went to like a Trader Joe's or something, and they had no fruit, like at all. And I was like, that's bizarre.
Yeah, because they got to stock up on that like daily. That's like that shit perishes quick.
Oh yeah,
they had grapes. They had some bagged apples. But there was no strawberries, no blueberries. I didn't really see any bananas, but I wasn't really looking for them at the time, so that might have just like slipped my eye. But there was plenty of vegetables.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, I've been picking up small things here and there as we go along because you kind of realize what you go through quickly,
Yeah.
So
I know my stepson's like,
up. Yeah,
he wants certain things. We're like, we don't have that. He's like, what do you mean we don't have that? I'm like, we don't have that. Like he's like we're limited on what we can fit in the fridge, what lasts, we're buying, and all this stuff. He's like, but I want that. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, we don't have it. Maybe next time I go out, I'll try to get it for you. But other than that, I'm trying not to go out at all.
Yeah, sorry, bud.
Yeah. And I just got texted that I got to go to work. I'm like, yeah, vacation.
I know they actually. My dad works for the state. He's there's only a few guys that he works with that they actually have them going on and off every day. So like 1 week he'll go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The next week he'll go Tuesday, Thursday. You know, and they're gonna go like that until they officially cut them off or not. So that the guys aren't working with each other.
Yeah.
You know, so they're doing their part there. And then they just basically just did all the essential stuff, you know? So like they made that announcement yesterday or 2 days ago that like only essentials can stay open. Somehow GameStop made that list. You see that shit?
Oh, dude, that I was cracking up, like not because it's fucked up, but I'm
That's
like, really, you
bizarre.
like, but I know why they did it. They did it because if they don't stay open and keep pushing out sales and having trade-ins and getting games and physical copies and whatnot, they're gonna go under.
Yeah.
They need this console generation to come, because if this console generation doesn't come, they're gonna go under. They need the sales from the new consoles, because where are you gonna buy your console? Most likely you're either gonna order it on Amazon and get it shipped to your house, or you're going to GameStop to buy it, or Best Buy.
Yeah.
So there a lot of their survivability is gonna come holiday 2020. So through this is probably hurting their margins incredibly, and they needed to stay open.
Yeah, so I feel bad for the employees more than anything, really.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Somebody's going to hand you a video game that you got to check this, the trade-in value of to see if the disc's okay, and you don't know where that kid's been.
Dude, it's a video game pawn shop. You know, like that's what it is. It sucks. You know, like they're dealing with used shit all day long.
Yeah,
feel terrible.
I mean, they geared their stores more into collectibles now, more so than, they still have, it's a game store, but I mean, if you walk in there, it looks kind of like Geek, Think Geek or whatever in the mall. It's just all statues, collectibles, shirts, beanies, wallets, pins. They're trying to gear away from the physical games because they know most of the people are going to buy it digitally anyway that can afford to.
Yeah.
I haven't bought a physical copy of a game and shit. I think the last one I bought was Christmas. I bought the Pokemon Shield and Sword combo because it came with something to buy the combo physically. That's the only reason I bought it. Other than that,
I was always a physical. I always did physical copies, but like every now and then, I'm just like, I just don't feel like going to the store, and I'll just download online.
Originally, I was against digital downloading because it takes up space on your hard drive, but now you got to install it against your hard drive anyway.
Yeah, so it doesn't even make a fucking difference.
And you couldn't trade the games in. It's like, oh, I beat the game, I want to trade it in. I could get $30 for it if I trade it in. But now it's like, you beat the game, you go to trade it in, they give you like $10 for it. You're like, this game is $60 still. It literally came out last week. Why are you giving me $10?
You get $15 at most, and then they're going to turn around and sell it for $55.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, I might as well just save the gas money and stay home and just digitally download the game. And when I wake up the next day, it's ready to play,
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you on that one. See what happens down the road with the continuance of generation consoles, like with PS5 and Xbox Series X coming out, like Xbox already made a system that's fully download only, right? You can't even put discs into it. They did that this generation.
Yeah, I think that was the
I don't remember what it was called. Maybe the S or something.
The S, yeah. It might have been the S. Or the S, I don't know, whatever. But
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, it saved money not having to buy a CD, port.
Right.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially because they need more capacity for storage. Did you see the new Xbox, how you can expand the storage in the back?
I did.
It's pretty cool. I don't know how
they're doing the same thing with PlayStation, I believe, because they had that conference the other day where they talked specs.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing, I think.
Yeah, it'll become a norm. I mean, one always follows suits with the other, kind of.
Yeah, it's an SSD. It's just a chip. It's like a PCI chip that you just put in and it just slides in, which is, cool.
Even the Switch, you just pop in different memory cards, Yeah,
I just feel like Nintendo's so far behind.
Yeah. They don't really give a shit, though.
No,
they'll do whatever they want, put a Zelda and a Mario game attached to it, and guess what? People are going to buy the shit out of it.
That's the whole reason why I bought mine.
That's the only thing they have to do, you know? And they launched Zelda with the Switch, you know? Like, that was huge for them.
Yeah. That's the only reason I got a Switch was for Zelda. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good freaking...
Yeah. They skipped the console generation. That's the reason why I bought the Wii U. I bought the Wii U for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate or whatever the version was before this one, Brawl or whatever. I don't remember. And excuse me. And then they had teased that trailer for the new Zelda that looked like a Twilight Princess 2. You know, you remember that trailer where he fights the spider in like the church or whatever?
Yeah, and it looked awesome.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god! And then the map goes to your Wii U controller and your item screen and stuff, and blah blah blah. I was just like, this is awesome. Bought it day one. They never released a Zelda game. They just released the remaster of Twilight Princess and Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker and Twilight both got HD remasters.
Yeah, the Twilight got it at the end of the cycle. Wind Waker got it at the beginning.
Yeah, I actually bought when I first played Twilight. I played it on GameCube. I didn't buy the Wii one.
I think I played it on the Wii.
Yeah, because I know you could do like they put it on the Wii and you could like shoot the bow with it and everything. But I remember I bought it for GameCube and that's what I played it on.
I wonder how well the controls were for GameCube because I feel like it was made for the Wii. You know?
Yeah, I don't remember. And I definitely played the HD remake on Wii because I had a Wii U too, or Wii U as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have it. I don't remember why the hell I ever bought one, but I have it.
Pikmin, either Pikmin, Smash Brothers, or
I definitely don't have a lot of games on it, you know.
No, I don't, dude. I think I have two games. I have Mario Kart 8 that it's out now on the Switch. It's just a remastered version.
Oh right, no, that's a great game though.
Yeah, I have that. I have Pikmin 3, I believe, because it was like a digital download with the game. With the console, if you bought it. I have Wind Waker because I bought the Wind Waker edition of the Wii U when that version came out and sold my other one. And then I have Twilight Princess Remastered and Skyward Sword. That's it.
That's great. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what games I have for it, but it's definitely a short list.
Yeah. Not a very good console, to be honest.
No.
But you see where the Switch came from. Like, just looking at both of them right now, side by side, I'm like, that is what they meant this console to be. And they just have the technology to do it now.
So much. And it was so easy with Amiibos and shit like that, because you had that on the Wii U controller.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I forget that you can use the Amiibos with the Switch. I have a shit ton of them. I have a whole collection.
Yeah.
I just collected all the Smash characters.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any. But I know that there's tons of them out there.
Oh, there's a lot of them. And they go for a lot of money, some of them, because they're, like, rare.
Mm. Yeah, I'm sure some only came with certain games and stuff like that.
They had a make or whatever you call it. Not a misprint, but they made a Samus, and both her arms had the cannon on it instead of one.
Oh, wow.
And like that one sells for a lot because you can't really find it. So, but I mean, it's just the way it looks. It doesn't do anything different in the game. It's just when they made it, they fucked it up, and they have both hands with both of her cannons. It's sick.
Yeah, that's nuts. Well, yeah, with all these new games, old games, it's a perfect thing to do during this quarantine shit.
Yeah,
it's funny. Man, I showed you the other day that giant box of old PlayStation 2 games.
Yeah, that was a sick box. You had a lot of good games in there.
I didn't even remember having half those games. They're fucking nuts, especially with the amount of remakes and shit coming out nowadays. It's all based off that stuff.
Yeah.
It's nice. And speaking of the virus too, with all this stuff, we have so many friends who are nurses, you know, like what the nurses are going through right now in every aspect of the world.
Yeah,
it's craziness. Like every day I feel like I'm seeing pictures of nurses with like cuts and bruises on their faces from working 20-hour shifts and shit like that.
I feel bad. I honestly do. But that's the I don't want to sound like a dick, but that's the profession they chose, was to help
Oh,
people.
yeah.
So I mean, like
Yeah.
at a time like this is when they're needed the most, and this is where
Yeah.
they have to answer the call, just like a cop has to answer a call for a shooting, and a fireman has to answer a call for a burning down building. Like 9/11. You know how many people went to that day
Yeah.
and didn't return. I mean, this is their situation where they got to shine. And it sucks.
They are, though. I mean, they're out there. They're freaking doing the work.
They have
Rough.
stations set up, I think, now at Stony Brook for you to go get tested or whatever. And
They
they're
do
paying
Stony Brook and Jones Beach.
Yeah, they're paying nurses like $60 an hour or something like that to go there, or something.
Oh, and do the testing?
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw something like you can earn up to $60 an hour to do testing if you're a nurse, or even if you're not. I don't remember. But it's crazy. I watched a video. Somebody posted it on like Snapchat, like Barstool or something like that, and he had a 7:00 appointment, and he drives there, and he sits in his car until 9:00, and then he finally gets seen, and like he just rolls his window down. The guy comes over with a hazmat suit, takes a swab, puts it in his nose, and like tests it. It's just creepy, man. Like there's signs everywhere, like don't go outside, stay home, all that shit, and it's like I'm watching the apocalyptic movie play out in real life.
I know, it's like the twigs coming into giant branches. It's eventually just going to be one big ass tree of virus.
Yeah.
This shit is nuts.
Somebody posted a meme the other day. It was the I Am Legend poster, and underneath it, instead of it saying I Am Legend, it said I am going to Publix. You need anything? I was just like, dude, that's what it's like. Could you go out there? It's like fucking zombies.
I will say the memes lately have been on par.
Yeah.
They have been funny as hell.
You got to be able to laugh to get through something like this, man.
Oh, yeah,
Otherwise you lose your mind.
Yeah, plus with all the kids that are home from school, it's like, what the hell else are they doing?
He's playing Fortnite right now. I hear him yelling.
Oh, yeah. That's the telltale. Yeah, he's yelling.
Well, he's not yelling like mad
That's
yelling.
funny.
He just talks very loud because he's a kid, so he gets really upbeat, and he's just like, I told you to go over there and rush the building. He's coming at me, build, blah, blah, blah. It's just
He's
like
learning tactics. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah. He played, oh my God, the other day, what was it? Wednesday? I think we let him play like all day. And because we were just tired, we were just like, let's enjoy the day, watch TV, blah, blah, blah. So we just let him do what he wanted. Dude literally played Fortnite from when he woke up to when he went to bed. And my wife was like, that's not happening again tomorrow. And I looked at him and I'm like, yeah, dude, that's not happening again. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, that sucks, dude, because I would love to do that too.
That's fucking funny.
I feel so bad because sometimes I have to like be a parent and tell them, no, you can't play Fortnite, you can't do that, you can't do this, you need to go outside, you need to exercise, you need to do this. And I'm just thinking in my head, I'm like, I just want to go upstairs and play Call of Duty right now, like I don't want to go outside either, dude. I want to play video games.
That's fucking funny. Joe, you know the comedian Joe Coy? He's
Joe
like
Coy.
He's a Filipino American comedian. He's funny as hell.
I'm not familiar.
He is like a bit where he does that, and he's like, "Oh, I have like a 15-year-old son." He's like, "Sometimes I just want to be a kid with him and stuff." Like I asked him last year, "Hey, Joe, you want a PS4 for Christmas?" And he's like, "Nah." He's like, "Why not?" He's like, "I want to play that shit." He's like, "I need an excuse to buy it."
Speaking of new things, I'm actually building him a supercomputer.
Are you?
Yeah, since
Nice.
we were going to get it for him for his birthday, I was going to build it. But since we're under quarantine and it doesn't look like the school year's coming back and he's going to have to do online learning in general,
Yeah.
he needs a computer. So I said to my wife, I'm like, you want me to just build it now? And she's like, yeah, we probably could, use it. So I ordered him all the parts yesterday. He's so excited, but I think I'm more excited than he is. Because like I'm looking at these parts, I'm like, better than my computer, better than my computer, better than my computer. I'm like, this fucking kid's getting a better computer than me. I need to upgrade my computer now.
Dude, you give him yours. You build the new one.
Oh, that's what I said to my wife. I'm like, I should give him my old computer. I'll just wipe it clean for him, give it to him, and then I get all the new parts. He won't even know. And she was like, "You can't do that.
Why not?"
I'm like, "He'll never know." She's like, "That's not nice." Damn it.
When my brother was growing up, I gave him my PS2 when PS3 came out. He had no fucking idea PS3 was a thing. He thought PS2 was the shit.
How old
I was like,
your
"Here."
brother?
I was like, "You get this PS2?" Well, I mean, PS2 came out before they were freaking born. My brother's 18.
Wow, it came out before he was born?
Yeah, what PS2 came out in what, 2000? Maybe the same year. He was born in 01.
Oh my god, dude, we're old.
We're fucking old.
PS2 is that old? Holy shit.
I'm almost pretty sure PS2 came out in like either 2000, 2001, or 2002. But he didn't know what the fuck it was, you know? Like, so when I gave it to him, PS3 came out in what, 2007? He was like 6 years old.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I always did that hand-me-down shit.
In
now
2000.
He's too old. 2000, right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
October 26th in North America.
It's nuts.
Holy shit. I feel dated right now.
Oh yeah, PS2 was the shit. Still probably my favorite system to date.
Really?
Love it.
I loved PlayStation 2. I loved Xbox, but only because it had Halo and a few.
Well, I didn't grow like Xbox One is the first Xbox I had.
Really?
So that's why I didn't like. I'm biased towards PlayStation because I only own one Xbox ever.
And Xbox One is the worst of.
Yeah, of the three.
I would say the 360 was one. So I would say PlayStation 2 won the Xbox PlayStation generation. 360 won the 360 PlayStation 3 generation, and then PS4 won this generation hard.
Yeah, going back and forth with those. Again, I mean, I've spent the majority of my time owning the Xbox One playing remakes or remasters of the older Xbox games. You know, like the first thing I did when I got it was play the Master Chief Collection because I never played Halo games. You know, so I was like, well, I want to play all those. I was like, I want to play those, and then but now I'm playing the Gears games. You know, I'm going back to 360, and so it's like I'm playing all those older games, and then now what I do is like when a new game comes, like say a game comes out, and then next month another one comes out, I'll buy one for PlayStation, and then the next one for Xbox. You know, I've been doing that shit. I actually play all my sports games on Xbox now.
Yeah, I think you said everybody that plays.
Everybody I know plays them on Xbox, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna play it on that instead. So I used to always play like Madden on PlayStation, and nobody fucking played with me because everybody had Xbox 360.
I know, I'm so conflicted with sport games because you just can't play them on PC, you know, so you have to get them on console. And a lot of my friends, you know, Nick and Joe and all them, they all play. Nick plays on Xbox and a bunch of other people play on Xbox. Joe plays on PlayStation. So it's like, I don't know what to get. I don't know which console to get it on. You know, it sucks. It's like, who do I think I'm going to play with more? Whose schedule lines up with me better? I have to like text everybody, yo, if I get this game, will you play it with me? Like, because I don't want to buy NHL 2020 and then for Xbox, and then I never can link up with anybody who has an Xbox. And then I look on my PlayStation friends list, and then there's Joe playing NHL 2020 right now while I could be playing with him. And it's like, fuck, I don't want to buy the game on two consoles.
Yeah, right. It sucks.
Even though I've done that with a lot of games I've bought, and I've bought Final Fantasy X on everything. Anything you could own Final Fantasy X on, I own it.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I know, and Final Fantasy X is on multiple consoles.
Yeah,
PS2, PS3, PS Vita.
Well, I don't own it on the Vita.
PS4. I think you can own it on every console.
And PC.
PC. What do you think about Horizon Zero Dawn coming to PC?
I probably won't play it again on PC, but I mean, PC's where everything should be. Honestly, PC Master Race. Yeah. It's you know what, because you could push the limits graphically, you know, with PC, and you could also mod the game too. You know, not to cheat, but in a way that, say, you want to add Link's costume onto Aloy, you know what I mean? Just for the hell of it. Like Grand Theft Auto, how they have mods where you could run around the city as Mario and throw fireballs at people. You know, and you could play as Zelda in that game. You could play as Link in that game. You could play as Iron Man in that game. Like,
so you can do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, but you can only do it on PC. There's a cop mod for the game where you can play as a, what is it?
San Andreas? What are you talking
No,
about?
what the hell's the name of the
Oh, the
town?
name of the city?
Yeah, in this one, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's supposed it's Los it's supposed
Los
to be
Santos.
Los Santos,
Yeah, Los Santos PD. You could play as a cop with a mod. And that's like you're actually a cop in the game.
No, that's cool.
But it's only on PC. That's why I love it. And like I said, you just push the limits.
Yeah.
It's more cost effective too, I feel like, because I haven't upgraded my PC in 3 years. But I can play everything on max settings still.
That's great.
And everything runs good. Blah blah blah. I could use whatever controller I want. I could use mouse and keyboard if I want. I got 3 monitors. You get an Xbox. Xbox had a lot of frame rate issues. Xbox had a lot of resolution issues. They had like a weird thing where in Halo 5, I think it was, your near resolution was 1080p, but your far away resolution was scaled, so it would be like 720p in the distance, like on like normal playing. It was just weird. Like it just wasn't prime. You didn't want to play a game like that. And a lot of games were choppy. Like Destiny 2 on PlayStation runs at 30 FPS.
That sucks.
Yeah, you're talking about a PS4 running a shooter at 30 FPS. I go on my computer, I could run it on fucking 200 FPS if I wanted to. I don't need to, but I can. You want it over 60,
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, especially when you're playing games like that, especially when you're online, you don't have issues. You don't want to have any shit like that.
No. Oh man, I was playing. I've been into Call of Duty Warzone a lot lately. It's their version of the Battle Royale.
Right. I saw that.
It's so much fun, but pieces of shit scumbags have been DDoSing Battle.net servers. So like any Battle.net game such as Overwatch, Diablo, World of Warcraft, like all those games, Call of Duty's on their launcher, like they run the servers for the computer side. You could not play it the past few nights. After like 6 o'clock, they just start DDoSing and you get kicked off the game constantly.
Ugh. But
sucks. People on Xbox and PlayStation had no problems. And I was like, oh, I want to buy it on Xbox right now. Like I was about to buy it just so I could play,
Ugh, that sucks.
Yeah, people, at a time like this, why are you DDoSing? It's all we have to do is our online streaming and video games, and you're going to do that? That's just criminal at that point.
Yeah, and there's a surplus of people on there right now because of the situation.
Supposedly, Netflix is throttling their streaming resolution right now.
I saw that they are. They are. The streaming services are taking up so much bandwidth at the moment because of everybody being home. Crazy.
I don't know if it's at certain times or, is it all the streaming services? I just know.
I know Netflix was asked to pull back. I don't know if it means at certain times or if it's like, I don't know what the highest resolution you can watch Netflix in is. I would assume it's like 1080.
If you pay certain things, you can get in 4K.
Oh, really? All right. So I think that maybe they're pulling back 4K. I don't know how they're going to reimburse people who pay for it, but I think they're pulling back 4K. They might even pull back 1080 to a 720. Who knows?
I feel like they probably will, because the difference between 720 and 1080, visually, isn't insane, but the size of the file, the audio and the video, it definitely does make a difference streaming wise.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that shit's nuts.
Yeah.
All right, Ralph. I think that's a good place to end it there.
All right.
Damn Corona. I mean, we're going to be recording probably still in lockdown next time.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's what we're going to have to do.
So maybe
future.
Maybe we have more movies, games, or life to talk about at that point. We'll see where it takes us here.
Yeah. Well, my vacation plans for the summer is probably going to keep me either in my man cave or in my backyard. I'm not really sure where I'm. But all right. Thanks everybody for listening, and at this time to us, you could catch me streaming during this time of quarantine on Twitch at twitch.tv/mushmasterflex, and you could catch Shelby at.
You can catch me at our other podcast instead of. Well, we have Let's Get Off Topic here, and then other podcast with Dan LaMarca and Dan Dufresnoy is a Circle Back Gaming podcast. So take a look out for either of those as well, and definitely go watch Ralph on Twitch. And we will talk to you guys next time.
Thank you for tuning in.